Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
And expectations are rising and decibel levels are rising. The noise is quite something. You can feel what football means to the people in this part of the world. This is the lineup we've been given. How do you read it, Jim?
Well, what I like about this system, Peter, is the way in which both central midfielders have to work in tandem. If one opts to go forward, the other sits, and when one moves either side to snuff out an attack, the other will hold the central ground. Communication is obviously vital to make it a success, but this team knows what it's doing, and I think we're going to see that reflected.
Well, we're on the way. And here's the chance to counter. He's picked his way through. Hits one! He's scored! The ideal start!
And it looks like we're going to get the entertainment we were all hoping for. I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
An early launch, just as they wanted, just as they hoped it. Chance to finish. And that's caused a worry or two.
Well, he doesn't need a second invitation, even from that range.
That has been cut short. Now, what about a counter-attack? Driving on and making good progress. Just eases him off the ball. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Well, that is one way to stop him. Uzbekistan trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. Oh, it's a sweet ball, that. He's got tall. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different. That has been knocked clear. Back into the middle. And now a sudden chance to counter.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Foot in. Just 5 minutes left until the break.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
That's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Oh, look, his determination needed to be greater than the obstacle he was faced with, and it wasn't.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And that'll be the final action of the first half. So the end of the first half, both teams have had their moments. There's been no shortage of talking points, but there has been just one goal, and that is the state of it at the break. 1-0.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
Everyone, please welcome our players.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open. This is the time you need that pace.
Down by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. He's had a hit! Well, now it's a race for the ball.
Oh, once he made the save, it didn't take the keeper long to start barking at his defence. Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
They're coming again and again.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
He's found a way through. In once more. Danger averted for now. We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Well, Peter, I don't think there's anything tactical or injury-related here. I think it's just all about the push for a goal now.
Coming on the field is number 9, substitution.
Goalkeeper's ball. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
The ball's gone astray.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
It is looking like the end. If anything's going to happen, it's got to happen now.
Look, their path is set. They have to take risks in every situation now.
Into the last 5 minutes.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and I'll add ambitious and adventurous too.
And he's heaved it away.
There will be 1 minute at a time.
Not too much to add on here, just a minute. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. So that's it, it is all over. So in the end, 1 goal did it. An exciting encounter where both sides produced a genuine effort to go on and win it, but neither was able to add to the scoreline in the end. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
It's just a bad day at the office, Peter. They look below par in all areas, and it has to be cause for genuine worry.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
And expectations are rising and decibel levels are rising. The noise is quite something. You can feel what football means to the people in this part of the world. So, Jim, this feels like a lineup designed to counter threats out wide. Is that it?
Yeah, you will in theory have the numerical advantage, Peter, on the wings. So it's going to be a bit of a challenge for the opposition to try to get past you. On the other hand, you're essentially inviting your opponents up the field. It's going to be a fine balancing act between letting your opponents have the ball and looking for opportunities to counter. But it can work really well.
Well, we're on the way. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Shapes to shoot!
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
Uzbekistan are seeing more of the ball, but still aren't carrying much goal threat. There they go, hunting in packs.
That was lovely, that.
So, what can they make of this? It's a good run down the left-hand side. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. In with the challenge.
This is the time you need that pace.
Oh, super find. He's in space and looking for options. He is just caressing the ball. Brilliantly cut out. Well, a goal here would be the ultimate pick-me-up just before the break. And there is the half-time whistle. Well, there it is, half-time. Not a bad watch by any means. And the efforts of both sides have been good, but neither have been able to penetrate. And so we reach the break, and the game remains goals. How would you review the first half?
I think it's been a very impressive defensive effort. They've never been broken down and contained the opposition attack extremely well.
Uzbekistan head to the dressing room, not yet having broken through. Tight, cagey game. Neither team any further forward than they were when they started out. Here's the start of the second half.
Uzbekistan clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
He's got to be in here! Chance! Goalkeeper's ball. Best part of an hour, and still no breakthrough from either side. Oh, what a pass! Turns and goes back. He's had a shot! They've scored! The breakthrough arrives at last!
Look, there just wasn't much of a gap to begin with, and to find it, I think it was a fine drive, and I don't think the keeper could have really planned for that. I think he's a bit unlucky in that instance.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Well, this could be a bit of a nightmare scenario for the defence, as you're going to be facing a very willing runner now, especially one that likes to make those runs beyond the defensive line.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, when the going gets tough, etc., they can still turn this round, I think.
Your impression so far, Jim?
There's a lot of football still to be played, Peter, so ideally they need to maintain an attacking endeavour.
That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
He's going all the way! Decent hit! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
It's easy to say it, but difficult to stop it when runs in behind are being made like that.
Substitution.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. dear, less said about that pass, the better. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Strong running down that left flank. He's in plenty of space here. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all.
Uzbekistan surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Oh, he's found support out wide.
Uzbekistan can afford to settle on seeing this one out by running down the clock, I think.
Oh, that's nice. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. And we're done. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails bitten to the quick, but they have got over the line. Quite a ride. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, this game looked to have 0-0 written all over it, but credit to them, they upped their game in the end, and I thought they got what they deserved.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening.
Thank you very much for your cooperation.